I still can't shake the feeling of being watched as I sit here, trying to put into words the events that transpired on our ill-fated camping trip. It's been weeks, but the memory of that night haunts me like a specter, always lurking just out of sight. My friends, Alex and Maddie, had been planning this trip for months, and I couldn't resist joining them. We packed our gear and set off into the wilderness, eager to spend a few days disconnected from the world. The campsite was secluded, nestled deep within the woods, and the only signs of civilization were the faint whispers of a distant highway. As night began to fall, we huddled around the campfire, swapping scary stories and trying to spook each other. But it was what happened after the fire died out that will stay with me forever. At first, it was just the sounds of the forest, the hooting of owls, the rustling of leaves, and the distant howling of wolves. But then, I started to notice something odd. The noises seemed to be moving in a pattern, as if something was circling our campsite. I tried to brush it off as mere paranoia, but the feeling only intensified as the night wore on. It was then that I saw it. A figure, tall and imposing, standing just beyond the tree line. Its presence was like a cold wind, sending shivers down my spine. At first, I thought it was just a bear or a stray hiker, but as I looked closer, I realized that it was something far more sinister. The figure didn't seem to be moving, but its presence was like a palpable force, pressing down upon us. I tried to scream, but my voice was frozen in my throat. Alex and Maddie were fast asleep, oblivious to the horror that was unfolding before us. I was paralyzed with fear, unable to move or look away. And then, the figure started to move closer. Its pace was slow and deliberate, as if it was savoring the moment. I could feel its eyes upon me, boring into my very soul. It was then that I realized I was completely alone. Alex and Maddie were gone, and I was the only one left to face this monstrosity. I tried to scramble to my feet, but my legs were like lead, refusing to budge. The figure loomed over me, its presence filling my entire world. And then, everything went black. When I came to, I was lying in my tent, the sun shining brightly overhead. Alex and Maddie were stirring, looking at me with concern etched on their faces. "Dude, what happened?" Alex asked, shaking me awake. I tried to explain, but the words caught in my throat. It wasn't until we packed up our gear and started to head back to civilization that I realized the horrifying truth. As we walked, I noticed that the trees seemed to be closing in around us, the branches tangling together like skeletal fingers. And then, I saw it, a symbol, carved into the trunk of a tree. It was the same symbol that I had seen on the figure's forehead. The same symbol that had haunted my dreams. I knew then that I hadn't imagined the whole thing. The figure was real, and it was still out there, waiting for us. We didn't stop running until we reached the safety of our car, speeding away from the campsite as fast as we could. I'll never set foot in those woods again, and I'll never forget the terror that I experienced on that camping trip. The memory of it will stay with me forever, a constant reminder of the horrors that lurk just beyond the edge of our reality.